Hey guys, Curtis Alexander. In this video, let's talk about sleep apnea and what I think can be a potential fix, a natural fix, without having to rely on CPAP machines, which can cause a number of side effects and bad issues. So I'm going to hop into this. We'll talk about what that fix can potentially be. Then I'll give you some practical steps that you can take to implement that. So first of all, what's going on? We know there are studies. I'll include a link to this particular one, but they took 100 of these patients. 74 of them had obstructive sleep apnea. Well, the 74 were actually diagnosed as being hypothyroid. Okay. Now, just some people, this will be news to others. Like, well, I've heard that and I'm not hypothyroid. We'll talk about that here in a second as well. But we also know other studies have shown anywhere from 10 to 25% of people with sleep apnea, obstructive or otherwise, have low thyroid. Now, some people will say, well, my doctor looked, my TSH is good. I don't have hypothyroid. The problem with that is most of the time when they're measuring for low thyroid, it's not done correctly. They're just relying on TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone. That tells you very, very little about, I would say it's pretty much worthless to tell if you have low thyroid. So we know from the evidence that if you have low thyroid, there's a very high incidence, there's a very high chance that that is driving your sleep apnea. So what do we do? Okay, that's the important part. What do you do? First of all, first thing you need to do is make sure you get what's called a full Monty thyroid panel. You need much more than TSH. You need T4, free T4, reverse T3, so on and so forth. There are panels that your doctor can order, or you can get them online. I'll include a link in the description to a company you can use that I recommend, that I use personally. But you can get this done and then have your lab work read, and it will tell you, or hopefully tell you, if you have low thyroid. The other thing that you can do is monitor your body temperature. This is something I did early on. Your thyroid is a big driver of this. So if your body temperatures are low, first thing in the morning, chances are you have low thyroid. This is how we used to diagnose low thyroid, was measuring body temp. So anything in the morning under 97.8, this is while you're still lying in bed, just about to get out of bed, measure your body temperature. If it's below that, there's a high likelihood you have low thyroid. The second thing that you can do is you can actually, if you're diagnosed with low thyroid, is obviously they can give you thyroid medication. Now, it's important to point out that you don't want to just be given T4. The main thing that doctors do, kind of the custom of care, is, hey, we will just give you T4, which usually means something like Synthroid or levothyroxine. Okay. You don't want to do that. You want to be taking both T4 and T3, because if you have a low thyroid, a lot of people have trouble converting T4 to T3. T3 is what we really want to have. So you may need some help with that at the beginning. I'm not saying nobody responds to T4. Some people do, but a lot of people with low thyroid will not respond well to just T4. They may need a combination. So that is what I recommend, is to get both T4 and T3. Okay. So we've got your full body panel. You know, for sure, we've got your body temp. You have a low thyroid and you have sleep apnea. Talk to your doctor about getting on some thyroid hormones, find the right dose. And the next thing you need to change and adjust is diet. Now, this is a huge topic. I've made other videos on this. The best advice is eat whole foods, no processed foods. Don't go on extreme diets. Don't do keto. Don't do carnivore. Eat all three macros. Make sure you're getting plenty of minerals and micronutrients in the foods that you eat. Okay. It's a common sense diet. Don't avoid carbs. That's one of the worst things you can do for your thyroid. That does not mean processed carbs. That means natural carbohydrates. Okay. So common sense, well-rounded, micronutrient-rich diet. Okay. Those are three powerful things. You can do some other options. People will ask, supplements that can potentially help. First of all, vitamin D. For me, vitamin D is sunlight. Okay. Can be very helpful. And I'll talk about what all of these do together here in a second. Aspirin is ASA, acetylsalicylic acid. So aspirin is something that can be helpful. And finally, a prescription medication is called acetazolamide. They have given people acetazolamide in studies and seen that sleep apnea can improve very quickly. So what's going on? Why do these things help? All these together with these supplements potentially, what ends up happening is we're seeing an increase in carbon dioxide. Okay. That's one of the things that's going on with people with sleep apnea is low carbon dioxide. We're gasping for air in the middle of the night, as well as when you have metabolic issues, we tend to gain weight. I didn't begin to experience some of these. I was not diagnosed with sleep apnea, but I did not begin to experience some of these issues with my sleep, the snoring and things like that until I was diagnosed hypothyroid and began having some of these issues. Now, there's other things you can do, but these are kind of your big ticket items. Get your thyroid measured. Make sure you're getting a full panel. Make sure you're measuring your body temps. If you are low thyroid, talk to your doctor about getting on thyroid hormone. Make sure your diet's on point. If you need to, you can add these things on. Obviously, getting sunlight's a good thing no matter what, but the aspirin and the acetazolamide, you do have other options to help you more in the short term. So let me know in the comments, guys, other topics would be helpful for me to cover, any questions you have on this video. Also, make sure other things that can help your thyroid sleep apnea that I share in my free checklist at my website. Make sure to go and grab that. Those things have helped me and other people who've grabbed the checklist. So go get that. Hope it was helpful. I'll see you in the next one.